Hey guys, Wet Movie 1 back here again for my Black Friday haul video slash DVD update here. In this video I'm going to show you all the stuff I picked up over the last 2 weeks or so. Even all the stuff I picked up on Black Friday! And all the other stuff I got over the last 2 weeks or so. So let's get started with it, shall we? Alright guys, before I show you all the Black Friday stuff, I'm going to show you guys all the other stuff I got over the last 2 weeks or so right now. First up from Scream Factory is a new collector's edition of Lord of Illusions here, Clive Barker's film. This is the one starring Scott Bakula, who you guys all know from Quantum Leap. In this one, he's playing like a private detective in Los Angeles, trying, on a routine mission until he stumbles across, this murder of this, like, psychic, the psychic guy or like a palm reader, and he gets sucked into this world and trying to find out who killed this guy. And when he finds out it's a guy that does all this magic. He's like the Lord of Illusions, and he's on the hunt to, find this guy and take him out. And that's pretty much the story of this movie. It's kind of like a noir slash, weird Clive Barker kind of flick. You know what I mean? It's definitely not one of Clive Barker's best. Hellraiser's cool. Nightbreed was cool too. This one, at least in today's standards, because when I first saw it, I absolutely loved the movie. But now on Blu-ray, because the Shot Factory cleaned it up so nicely, so a lot of the special effects just look really kind of hokey, like 90-ish. Because this movie is from the 90s, and like the special effects just look really kind of bad in HD, but the cool makeup effects are still there from Clive Barker, and it looks, really cool. Like the opening half and the last half of the movie are their best parts in my opinion. Like the middle part of this movie is really just kind of slow, but it is kind of cool that Shout Factory went back to, give this a Blu-ray treatment. And on this Blu-ray here, you get the theatrical version and the director's cut version, which is like 12 minutes longer than the theatrical cut on here. They're both remastered in 1080p HD, and you also get some new special features on here. A little making of featurette with the cast and crew talking about the making of the film, a Clive Barker commentary track, which is always cool hearing what he has to say about his films. But this one, it has this like a really cool killer cover here, and if you open this up a little bit, you get the original cover art from the from back in the day. I know I always like the Shout Factory treatment when they give it to certain movies. But if you guys have never seen Lord of Illusions and you guys like Clive Barker's movies, let me know down below what you guys think about this one compared to his other works. I would like to know what you guys think. But I just wanted to let you guys all know this one's out on Blu-ray now, and it looks pretty damn good on Blu-ray. And next up over here is from Universal, and it's a horror film, a new found footage horror film that I wanted to see in theaters, but I missed it. And because sometimes I get turned off by the found footage ones, and I'm just like, do I really want to see another one of these? You know what I mean? Because some of them can be really inventive and fun, and some of them are just like, oh, geez, But this one here is As Above, So Below here on Blu-ray DVD combo pack, and it's pretty much about this young girl. She's like, fluent in all these different kind of languages, even a couple of dead ones, and she's on this mission to find this stone that's supposedly at the bottom of, underneath Paris in these catacombs, and her father, I believe, was, had a mission back in the day before he died to try to get it himself, but now she's trying to, fulfill her father's legacy to try to find this stone. So she gets a couple of her friends and a couple of random people that live in Paris to help her out to go down the catacombs to try to find this, and then when they're down there, all this crazy stuff starts happening. They start seeing things, and like their fears are being seen down there. Like one guy, his brother drowned and when he was a young boy, and of course he sees his brother down there underneath all this water, and it's just like the caves and the weird stuff that happens to the people down in the caves is really kind of creepy. But I gotta say, it's not the best found footage film I've ever seen, but it's definitely not the worst. You know what I mean? It does have some really creepy elements to it. There's a couple of jump scares which I get kind of sick of, but at the same time they they make me jump just because of the loud like kind of thing. It's one of those ones you would totally want to rent to see if you guys dig it first before you run out there and buy it. It does look beautiful on Blu-ray. It's nicely shot, and you also get one special feature on there, which is like a 3-minute making of when the filmmakers are down in the catacombs talking about the making of the film. It was enjoyable for a one-time watch. I really did kind of dig it. If you guys are into found footage ones, check this one out. And next up over here from Warner Brothers is Dolphin Tale 3D and Dolphin Tale 2 here on Blu-ray. I've seen Dolphin Tale years ago, and on 3D it looks really nice. It's pretty much about a dolphin that these people that take care of animals find he doesn't have a tail and he's really injured, so they take him in to help him out, and they build this robotic kind of fin for him so he can swim around. But now he's kind of like at the SeaWorld kind of sort of place, and in part 2 the dolphin's name is Winter, and his companion dies, because this movie part 2 takes place a couple years after the first. His companion dies, like his mother figure, and now Winter's all kind of depressed and not really swimming a lot, not really performing for the kids that come over to see him, and now it's time for Morgan Freeman and the rest of the cast of the movie. They try to find a new dolphin to pair Winter up with, and that's just pretty much the synopsis of the movie. It's just one of those lighthearted, family movies that you can, watch with your kids and things. I enjoy watching movies like this, and you get all the original cast from the original film in this one with Morgan Freeman and the 2 main kids. I forgot their names, but they're really good in this movie, and Ashley Judd also. But if you're a fan of Dolphin Tale, give it a look-see. I kind of dig these ones for what they are. Alright guys, and next up is This Is Where I Leave You here on Blu-ray, starring Tina Fey and Jason Bateman. I've always liked Jason Bateman, except for when he sort of replaced Michael J. Fox in Teen Wolf 2. That always kind of annoyed me, because I always wanted Michael J. Fox to come back, back in the day. But he's always kind of cool. But this movie is about these 4 siblings, brothers and sisters, or what have you, that get this call that their fathers just passed away, and they all have to come, to their childhood home to do this tradition that I believe Jewish people do called Shiva, where a family comes together for 7 days and and sticks together in a house just to try to grieve and get over what just happened. And this movie is about that, but this movie also focuses on the character of Jason Bateman. He's a guy that's in this relationship with this woman, and he finds out that his boss at his job is sleeping with his wife, so he quits his job, he leaves his wife, to go down to see his family because of the father passing. And it's just him trying to deal with his life and what he's going to be doing with it now. And then, of course, all the other siblings in the family have their own little relationship problems, and they all kind of sort of dysfunctional. They don't really get along with each other. It's just pretty much a family kind of movie to see how family members can get over death and things. I kind of enjoyed this for what it was. It did get kind of boring towards like the middle half of the film. It just felt like they could have done a lot more with it. It was great acting in here. All the actors in the movie did a very good job. But I left the film being kind of like really unsatisfied with it. You know what I mean? I was kind of slightly disappointed in it, but I was happy I saw it nonetheless. But on this Blu-ray here, you get like deleted and extended scenes and making of and things with the cast talking about the making of the film. But that's This Is Where I Leave You here on Blu-ray. And next up over here from 20th Century Fox, I just really wanted to see this one, and you guys saw me talk about it in the last Hoarding Up video, and I told you I was going to give you guys a review on it, and that is Larry the Cable Guy in Jingle All the Way 2. I love the classic Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad. Instant holiday classic in my opinion. I watch it every year, and I've always loved this movie. And this one, it's kind of sort of similar, not anywhere as cool as the first Jingle All the Way, but in this one, Larry the Cable Guy plays this, just regular working father. He loves his daughter to death, and he'll do anything for her. And he finds out that his daughter wants this, talking bear for Christmas, like the hottest toy out right now, and he's gonna do whatever he can to get one for her birthday, or for for Christmas. But yet, Larry the Cable Guy, his daughter has a stepfather, and the mother lives with somebody else, and the stepfather is going to do anything in his power to make sure Larry doesn't get this bear for his daughter, and it's just Larry's quest to try to find the bear for his kid before Christmas morning and stuff, and that's pretty much the basis of the film. But yeah, I didn't think it was that bad. I kind of slightly enjoyed this one for what it is. It's a WWE film, and even stars Santino, who's a WWE superstar that plays Larry's best friend in the movie, trying to help him find the bear and things. But it's also definitely not as cool as this one. Like, this one goes places that this one I don't think had the money to do. You know what I mean? And this one is just Larry pretty much himself trying to find a bear running around the city and things. This one, it kind of reminds me of like what's it called? Home Alone, 4 and 5, like those really weird ones that came out. I still enjoyed, but they're not as cool as the originals, but it's still watchable. You know what? If you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I liked it for what it was. I think Larry the Cable Guy is a very likable actor. I like him in movies more than I like his actual stand-up routine when he's with the Redneck Comedy Tour and stuff like that with Jeff Foxworthy. I can really care less about that, but I kind of enjoy his persona on screen. But when you see it in the stores, don't look at it going, "This is gonna be horrible." It's not. It's not that bad. I can't trash it. But if you have to pick one, watch the original instead. Alright guys, and next up over here I have Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas here on DVD. You may be asking yourselves, Grumpy Cat, where do I know that name from? It's the cat that became really popular on YouTube and then little pictures and stuff on social network sites, the little grumpy looking cat, and they just turned the cat into a movie, and then the movie's pretty much about this cat named Grumpy that lives in the shopping mall in this pet store that, the cat always gets returned. No one really wants to keep the cat. The cat is always kind of just sad and grumpy all the time, and the cat talks to all the other animals in the pet shop until this one big dog comes in that's worth $1 million. That's gonna save the pet shop from keeping from keeping the doors closed, because the shop's pretty much gonna go out of business soon if they don't sell this $1 million dog or whatever. And these guys have this plan to come in there and steal this dog, and it's just the craziness that ensues from there with this little girl and befriending the cat and them going on this mission to stop these bad guys from stealing this dog and stuff like that. But it's one of those lighthearted family films that was on Lifetime. It's not amazing or anything like that, but if you watch it with your family and stuff like that during Christmas time, you'll get a little bit of enjoyment out of it. But that's Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever here on DVD. Alright guys, and next up from Sony is Magic in the Moonlight here, directed by Woody Allen. I always like Woody Allen's movies like Radio Days and Broadway Danny Rose and things like that, but this is his new flick, starring Colin Firth and Emma Stone. In this movie, Colin Firth plays this illusionist back in the 1920s. He can make elephants disappear, cut women in half, but yet he's a skeptic when it comes to mediums and all the unexplained kind of magic out there, and he gets hired by one of his friends to go down to this rich person's house that's being told by Emma Stone, who's a medium in this movie, that she can see things and see the past and see the future, see things that other people can't explain, and talk to the dead and things like that. And Colin Firth gets sent down there to try to debunk her, to say, hey, you're fake. Whatever you're doing is not real. quit trying to rip people off. You know what I mean? But yet they strike up this relationship with each other and kind of sort of, you know, fall in love with each other. And that's pretty much the story of this movie. I thought it was really a really lovely, lighthearted kind of film. I think Emma Stone turned in a great performance in this movie. Probably one of the best ones I've seen her do. You know what I mean? Because I'm so used to her in like Superbad and some other things. But was it Zombieland or something? She was good in that too. But this one, she just really was really different to me. And I really liked that. She really had a really nice presence on screen, and so did Colin Firth. But that's Magic in the Moonlight here on Blu-ray. If you guys are interested, make sure you guys check it out. You get a behind-the-scenes making of, and you get like a featurette on here with the cast and crew on the red carpet talking about the film and stuff. It's really lovely. Alright guys, next up from Paramount and CBS Home Video is a show that I'm really getting into right now. Even my mom really likes it. And that is Season 2 here of Under the Dome on Blu-ray. If you guys have never seen the show before, it's based on a book by Stephen King. I love pretty much anything Stephen King has written, like The Shining, the Pet Sematary film, and The Langoliers and The Stand. I always love those, you know, like made-for-TV kind of movies. But this is like his new thing that's being put up on CBS right now, and it's just got renewed for a third season. But if you guys have never seen the show before, it's about this small town called Chester Mill, and this one big mysterious dome covers the city, and they don't know how to get in or out of it. They're kind of stuck inside their city. And in season 2, you know, their food supply is being diminished. They're starting to go crazy and crazier as the days go by. The military's outside of the dome trying to figure out how to get in and save these people. But they're stuck inside this little town and just trying to figure out what they're going to do and how the hell they're going to get out of this dome. And that's pretty much a synopsis of the show without, you know, ruining things for you. Because season 2 picks right up where season 1 left off, where a person's about to get hanged and things like that. We have to watch season 2 to find out if the person gets hanged or not, you know, kind of thing. But if you're a fan of Under the Dome, make sure you guys, you know, get season 2. I mean, if you love the movies like The Stand and The Shining and all those things, it has that same feel to it. So I think you guys would get a lot of enjoyment out of it. I think it's cool. Even Hank, the guy, I forgot his real name, but the guy Hank from Breaking Bad is one of the stars in this show, and he's just fantastic in this. You should get all 13 episodes of season 2 here all in the set, along with some like behind the scenes making of special features and a handful of other things. But if you're a fan, make sure you guys check it out. And next up over here from Paramount also is Happy Days Season 6, man, here on DVD. I'm just really happy now that they're finally releasing the seasons on a consistent basis now. Because I remember when they first released the first season, it took like a year or even 2 before we got season 2 on DVD. But now it seems like, you know, every couple months or every year they're releasing another season of the show. I think they already released season 5 earlier this year. But in this set here, you get episodes like what's it called? Mork's Return, when Robin Williams returns as Mork from Ork. You know, for like a flashback episode, trying to learn about friendship and things like that, which was a really funny episode. And another 2-part episode on here that I always remembered from watching it in repeats with my dad and things was Fonzie's funeral, where Fonzie fakes his own death to try to, you know, catch these counterfeiters that are counterfeiting money and, you know, doing bad things in their neighborhood. And Fonzie's trying to, you know, get down to the bottom of it. It's just a really funny show that was made in the 70s. That takes place in the 50s. It's just a very, very nostalgic show that I always like going back to revisit. It's one of those ones that gives me like a nice feeling when I watch it. It reminds me of like younger days when things weren't so complicated and shit, if you know what I mean. But that's Happy Days Season 6 here on DVD. And next up over here from Lionsgate is a film I just recently watched earlier today, and I thought it was pretty sweet. Like, I thought it was gonna be like probably like a laugh out loud kind of comedy, but it's more like a dramatic comedy, you know, a dark comedy kind of film. And it stars Kristen Wiig and Bill Hader, and that is the Skeleton Twins here on Blu-ray. It's pretty much about these 2 twins that haven't seen each other in over 10 years. One of them lives in LA, one of them lives in this other like little small town, until one of them at the beginning of the film is trying to commit suicide and kill himself, and his sister finds out by getting this random call, and she goes to, you know, visit him at the hospital, and that's how they see each other after 10 years. They're both kind of, you know, not knowing what they want to do in their lives. She's kind of, going through her own crazy things with her husband, and I thought it was just a very sweet film, very well acted by Bill Hader and Kristen Wiig. I think Bill Hader did a very, very good job in this film. He's so different in here than he is in any other of the other flicks I've seen, because he's always like the funny guy, the really funny guy, but in this one he's more subdued. He's more just kind of like, he plays a gay character, but he's still not over the top with it. I think he did a very good job in this movie, and I was really pleased with it. But if it sounds interesting to you guys, give it a chance. You get audio commentaries on here, gag reels, deleted scenes, and more. Looks nice on Blu-ray. It's one of those ones I don't think a lot of people would are talking about, but it's very, very well acted. Even Luke Wilson, my favorite Wilson brother, is in here. He did a very good job in here playing Kristen Wiig's husband in here, just trying to figure out what's wrong with his wife and things like that. But that's the Skeleton Twins here on Blu-ray. Check it out. Very, very, very well done. I was really happy with it. And next up over here is Mighty Morphin or Power Rangers Super Mega Force Earth Fights Back here on DVD. And on this DVD you get the first 4 episodes of Super Mega Force here. And the cool thing is about this, I've never seen it on television before, so it's the first time I've ever seen Super Mega Force. And there's like a really cool thing, a really cool like new little thing they do in the show. That now the Mega Force guys have this new power where they can unlock all the old Power Rangers powers and things. Like they can be in the middle of fighting these bad guys and go, okay, Mighty Morphin, and like stick in their key and do whatever they do, and then turn into the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in the the old fashioned suits, or like the SPD suits, or turbo suits, or what have you, and use their powers and weapons to kick the bad guys' butts. I thought that was just really kind of a cool little twist to the show, and I think the cast in this new season is actually pretty good. I kind of dig this new cast of Power Rangers. Like I said, I don't watch it on television or anything anymore, but when I see these DVDs, I'm like, I gotta check this out. You know what I mean? Just for the hell of it. Because I used to buy the old, VHS, standalone VHS episodes that used to come out back in the day. But yeah, that's Earth Fights Back, the new Power Rangers DVD, Super Mega Force. I don't know, I thought it was kind of cool. Alright guys, next up from Magnolia is a film that I really couldn't get into. I really wanted to. It's not bad or anything. And it's a movie called Frank here on DVD. It's about this guy named Frank. He's like the lead singer of this band. He wears this weird cartoon head, on top of his own head, but he never takes it off. He performs in it, he sleeps in it, he showers in it, and in this movie it's him and his band going to a secluded area in like a cabin somewhere to write their album and just, try to live their lives and become famous. And that's pretty much all I can really say about the film. It was really kind of just, you know what I mean? Like one of those ones that's really kind of forgettable after you watch it. But it wasn't horrible. You know what I mean? I can't really shit on this movie, but I couldn't get into it at all. But it has deleted scenes, behind the scenes, and the basic kind of stuff you get on these movies. But if it sounds interesting to you, go ahead and give it a chance, but I couldn't get into it. And next up over here from Comedy Central is a new sketch comedy show, and it's the Kroll Show here on DVD. This is seasons 1 and 2, and it stars Nick Kroll, and he pretty much makes fun of popular culture and how everyone's pretty much obsessed with television and reality shows and things like that. And he kind of makes fun of like Breaking Bad and like Jersey Shore, like weird stuff, or like the Kardashians kind of shows and things. And I think it was kind of funny. I watched a handful of episodes so far, never really watched it on television, but I think this guy is absolutely a lot of fun. I thought it was going to be kind of like the same sort of thing as Chappelle's Show, where he comes out on stage, introduces things, and then goes to clips. No, it's just all the different little, sketch comedy clips all strung together, and I thought that was a little bit better way to present the show, and I got a kick out of this so far. I'm like halfway through, or I just started watching season 2, and I'm getting a lot of enjoyment out of this. If you guys have never heard about it before, check it out. You can probably get it on ComedyCentral.com to watch a few episodes before you check out the DVD. But that's the Kroll Show here on DVD seasons 1 and 2. And last up here for my the stuff I got over the last 2 weeks before I show you my Black Friday haul is from Anchor Bay, and it's a movie called Kite on Blu-ray that just came out this past Tuesday, that stars Samuel L. Jackson. This is a movie that's based on an anime that I heard I've never seen before about this one young girl. Her name's Sawa, like Devon Sawa from like, Casper and Now and Then and Final Destination films. Her name's Sawa, and her parents have got killed by these bad guys. And this movie takes place a little bit in the future, like the city's all run down and pretty much taken over by bad guys. And it's her mission to try to take out the people that took out her family, and it's her just kicking ass trying to do so. That's pretty much the basis, synopsis of this story. And I thought the action and the acting of this film was actually pretty good. I thought Samuel L. Jackson did a good job playing like a cop in the city that's kind of trying to help her out, find the bad guy so he can, find the bad guy and take him out also. It was alright. It's not horrible. It's not great, but it's a really fun watch in my opinion. But that's Kite here on Blu-ray. Alright guys, let's go on downstairs and I'm going to show you guys everything I picked up on Black Friday, baby. I think it was like 18 things. Woo! Alright guys, it's now time for me to show you all the craziness I picked up on Black Friday. Oh, witness the stack. Oh, witness the greatness. Oh, yeah. Now it's time to go through all the stuff I picked up on Black Friday, the day I went out with Gabriel and stuff. Sadly, the stuff that I ordered off Amazon did not come in yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this now. The things I ordered were just a couple of things, like a couple of seasons of The Amazing Race and some other, what's it called, like Elf on Blu-ray. Like, who cares, right? Why would I wait all this time just for that stuff? But I got the fat stack here. Time to show you guys what I picked up. And the first handful of things I'm going to show you here are all the stuff I picked, all the Blu-rays and DVDs I picked up at Walmart that I stood in this line for, with Gabriel for like 2 hours, like some crazy people, and just to pick up some cheaper-ish Blu-rays. People are giving me all this crap, in that video going, geez, you gotta wait in all this line for a Blu-ray? Well, number one, it's for the experience. Number two, for the video. Number three, I'm with my friend. You know what I mean? It was just, fun. Until I got that weird pain in my stomach and things. My anxiety went crazy. But I picked up the Escape Plan here on Blu-ray. I think it was like $6.96. I rented this one when it first came out, and I kind of dug it. I like Stallone, I like Schwarzenegger, and they team up in this movie, and I thought it was cool for $6. Picked that one up on Blu-Rizzle. I also picked this one up. I think it was the same price, $6.96. Red 2 here on Blu-ray. Bought the first one a long time ago. Still have never watched it. My mom likes it. $6.96. Might as well check it out. If I don't watch it, my mom will. And this other one was the $3 or $2.96 or $3 something. And that was the Expendables, the extended cut, the first one. I have the third one, but I didn't have the first two. So now I have the first and third. And this was only like, $2 or $3. So I'm like, what the hell? I thought the third one was cool, and I got to rewatch the first one. I haven't watched it since it first came out. And I also picked up at Walmart also was Mud here on Blu-ray. It's one of those titles I kept looking at that I've always wanted to check out, because people say it's kind of sort of like Stand By Me a little bit, like a coming-of-age kind of story. And Matthew McConaughey is really knocking it out of the park these days with his movie roles. And I never seen it, and I want to give it a chance. And for $3, I might as well. And the other one I picked up, I didn't know I had it already in upstairs, but now I have 2 copies of it. I'll probably give it to Gabriel or just return it to Walmart or something. And that is Dread here on Blu-ray. Double dip. Whoops. One of those ones like, in the fury of buying things on Black Friday, I'm like, do I have this? Do I not have this? Do I have this? Was going through my mind, and I do have this. Whoops. And now, no, we're still on the Walmart stuff. And, okay, I'm a little bit of a dick, okay? Because I found out that Walmart was price matching any store, online or otherwise, just to get people to go shopping at their store. And I grabbed Haunted House 2, and this was the the promo one, and I went back to the electronics area, and got the one with the slipcase. So am I an asshole for doing that? I don't know, but I got Haunted House 2, and it was supposed to be $10, but I price matched it for $7, even though nowhere else had it for $7. But the people did it anyway. They didn't care. They didn't check. So I got it for $7 here on Blu-ray. I know it's not a great film, but I like Marlon Wayans and the craziness, whatever. And the other one I picked up that I price matched also that wasn't on sale for Black Friday. And, the thing is, the people at the register and the manager, they didn't, the person at the register didn't, check to see if I was making it up or not, and it was busy. They didn't care, and I got this one for $8 too, because I said, you know, well, I think Amazon had it for $8, but I think it was $12 at the time on Amazon. But that's Let's Be Cops here on Blu-ray. I got for $8 over there on Black Friday. It wasn't a Black Friday deal, but I made it one because I'm an asshole like that. I guess. Am I an asshole for doing that? You know, Walmart's a big company. They kind of, you know, screw over a lot of people. So I don't know. Fuck them. And the next batch of stuff over here, I picked up from Best Buy when I went there with Gabriel, and I got Orange Is the New Black here on Blu-ray. This was like $9 or $10 over there. Never seen this show. My sister and her guy really like it, and I just wanted to give it a chance. And it also has that one girl in it from I think she plays the character of Nikki in the show. She was in like Slums of Beverly Hills and you know, the American Pie flicks, or at least one of them. Yeah, Orange Is the New Black. I'll give it a look-see. It looks like it could be kind of fun. And the other one I picked up, it was $3 or something like that at Best Buy, and that is Rise of the Planet of the Apes here on Blu-ray. I have the other edition of this on Blu-ray, the one I got from Black Friday like last year, the standalone Blu-ray with no special features. This one has like this slew of special features on it. I'm like, cool, because this is my favorite Planet of the Apes movie ever. Or the first one's awesome. The very, very first one from, you know, back in the day is awesome, but of the reboot, this is my favorite one right here. Dawn is okay, but Rise to me is a lot more entertaining. And next up from Best Buy was $7.99, I believe, and that is a show I believe just got canceled on television. I think it was going to go for a third season, but it got canceled, and that is The Millers, here season 1 on DVD. I heard decent things about it, just want to check it out, but for $7 for a TV show, I couldn't pass it up. And next up over here is something I picked up from my mom, and I believe it was $7.99 also, and that is Ray Donovan season 1 here on DVD. My mom likes those, you know, Showtime kind of shows, you know, those. I think it's like a mystery show. I don't heard much about it, but John Voight's in it. He's always kind of cool. This is for my mom. I don't think I'm ever going to watch it. And this one right here, very, very happy to get, because, you know, I wanted to get it since the day it came out, but it was like $25, $26. I'm like, oh, damn it. You know, because it's a show that takes place in the 80s, and it references like movies like The Goonies, and I just watched an episode of it when I was at the gym the other day when they were talking about like Back to the Future, like one of the kids was like, you know, fell off a hoverboard and things like that, and at Best Buy it was $10 now instead of $26, and that is The Goldberg season 1 here on DVD. I know my friend Jam the Music Man, James, says I had to get this one and check it out, and I told him I will eventually, and I got it now, but that's The Goldberg season 1 for $10 on Black Friday. Now on to the loot I picked up at Target. I picked up some good stuff at Target too, and one of them was for my mom. This right here, Downton Abbey season 4, because they had them on sale for $10. These are usually kind of like $20 or more kind of seasons. My mom loves the show. I've never seen an episode in my life, but I got her season 4 for $10 because I think that's the one she needed. And this next one right here was over there at Target too for $4. The Big Miracle. They had like other stuff like Twilight and, you know, like weird stuff for $4 over there. And I don't know about this one, but it has Drew Barrymore in it. And I'm like, well, shit, how bad can it be? I always like Drew Barrymore in movies, but that's a Big Miracle for $4. And these next two, I believe, were $8 or $9 a piece. And I've never seen this one, and I just had to check it out. Gabriel got it also, and that is A Million Ways to Die in the West here on Blu-ray. I don't know. It looked like it could be kind of funny. It's made by Seth MacFarlane, the guy that did Ted. I don't know. It could be kind of funny. It has Sarah Silverman in it, Giovanni Ribisi. A lot of people say it kind of sucks, but hey, I'll give it a chance for $9 or whatever it was. And this next one up, I saw at the theater. At the movie theater, I even did a review for it. I thought it was just decent, and it had a couple of funny laughs in it. But I like Seth Rogen, and I'm like, I'll give this one a buy for $9. That is Neighbors here on Blu-ray. Because I almost bought this on new release day just for the hell of it. Glad I waited and got it for a little bit less than half price. You know what I mean? That was cool. And this next one right here is I picked up over there at Target also, but it wasn't, you know, a Black Friday deal. It was just like a regular sale, because usually I believe it's like $45 or more, and that is the new season of 24. It's called Live Another Day. It's like a half a season kind of thing. I want to check it out because I have all the other seasons of them on DVD over here, and I kind of like 24. At least the first 2 or 3 seasons of the show were absolutely amazing of 24, but then they kind of gradually went downhill. But I'd never seen this, and I just want to know what the hell this one's about, you know? Alright guys, and last but not least that I picked up on Black Black Friday. It wasn't a Black Friday deal, but the guy at the front counter gave it to me for $9 because he thought it was $9, but it was a DVD that was for $9. But he gave it to me for $9 because he got confused. And I'm like, all right, I ain't gonna correct him. You know what I mean? And that is The Fault in Our Stars here on Blu-ray for $9. I really wanted to see it. I'm probably gonna watch it real soon. I don't know. I just been like, you know, itching to want to see this one. It looks like it could be kind of cool. But guys, that's everything I got over the last 2 weeks and all the stuff I picked up on Black Friday with Gabriel. Oh, Jesus, I'm going to be busy for a while, you know. But guys, thank you so much for watching my Blu-ray DVD update / Black Friday haul video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you guys like my videos, and I'll see you guys all next time. Toodaloo!